Hello everyone, it's Hannah from Wiggle Giggle. This is our final Wiggle Giggle session of the week, and it's our special bedtime session, which is why I'm wearing my pyjamas. So let's make sure that our furniture is pushed to the sides and that our toys are put away so we've got lots of room to move, and then we're going to start getting warmed up. So let's start with our wiggly fingers. Well done. Can you wiggle them to the side? And the other side. Lovely. Can you wiggle them up high? And down low. Good. Give them a big shake. And what about a wave? Can you hide your hands behind your back? Very good. Can you wave one hand at me? Hello. And hide it behind your back. Can you wave the other hand at me? And hide it behind your back. Good. Can you wave both hands? Nice. Very good. Today we're going to give our head a pat. Can you find your head for me? A pat on the head. Good. And then we're going to give our tummy a rub. Big rub of our tummy. Maybe you've just had some food. Very nice. And pat on the head. Good. And then a big rub of your tummy. Rub, rub, rub. Lovely. Let's get our feet wiggling. We need to give them a big wiggle wiggle. Good. Maybe you can wiggle them to the other side. Very nice. Let's do our tickly toes. So stretching our feet out in front of us. We reach up and then tickle those toes. Very nice. And again we reach up to the sky and then we tickle those toes. Very good. One more time. Reaching up. Tickle those toes. Tickle, 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 tickle. Very nice. Let's do a big stretch to finish. We're going to bring our arms up and stretch them to the sides. Good. And again we're going to stretch up and all the way round the outsides. One more time, big stretch up and down. Lovely. So for today's session, we're going to need a blanket. This can be any size, any colour, doesn't matter. So if you haven't already got one with you, then pause the video here and go and get yourself a blanket. So today we're going to be thinking about all the different kinds of things we can do with our blanket, all the different things it could become maybe, or all the different movements we can explore with it. First of all, what does your blanket feel like? My blanket is really soft. Can you have a feel of your blanket? How soft is it? Lovely. My blanket is also very light. It's not heavy, is it? Very light. Good. Let's think about some of the different things we can do with our blanket. So the first thing we can do is tuck ourselves in, can't we? We can wrap ourselves up with our blanket. We can be nice and cosy. What else could we do with our blanket? Maybe you'd like your blanket to be a cape, like a superhero, and you can put it around your neck. It could be a cape. Can you show me how you can make your blanket into a cape like mine? Very good. Your blanket might be a magic carpet. Can you sit on your blanket and go for a ride through the sky? Wow. Very cool. Lovely. What else can we do with our blankets? We can give them a shake. What does your blanket look like when it shakes around? Can you shake it with two hands? You can shake it with one hand. Good. You could give your blanket a wiggle by holding it by one end and give it a wiggle. Look at how it moves. Very cool. Good. What else could we do with our blanket? Maybe it's going to be a nice warm coat for you to wear. Woo. Maybe when it's cold, our blanket can keep us warm. Can you wrap your blanket around you like a nice warm coat? Good. Maybe we can scrunch our blanket up. How can you make your blanket really small? Scrunch it up into a ball maybe. What happens if you throw your blanket? Maybe it opens out. Woohoo! Floats down to the floor. Give your blanket a throw. Wow! Maybe your blanket is going to be a little baby and you could rock your blanket from side to side. Or maybe you've got a little puppy there and you could give them a stroke. Can you stroke your blanket like a little puppy or a baby? Very good. What else could our blankets do? Maybe you could fly with your blanket and you're going on a big adventure. They could be like your wings. Your blanket could help you to fly. Can you show me how you could fly using your blanket? Wow, lovely. Where are you going to fly to? Through the sky. Good. Let's keep thinking of all those different things we can do with our blankets. Maybe you can think of some other things that I haven't said. Here we go. I'm going to start by scrunching mine up. I'm going to give mine a throw. Maybe you'd like to throw yours with me. Woo-hoo! Maybe we could hide underneath our blankets. Can you hide underneath your blanket? It's a cave maybe, or maybe it's a tent that you're hiding in. Maybe you can hide. Can you show me how you could hide under your blanket? Boom! Very cool. What else can we do with our blanket? We can wiggle it. Give it a big wiggle. We can shake it. Good. We can cuddle our blankets. Maybe you'd like to turn with your blanket and wrap yourself up. Maybe your blanket is going to be a cape again. And you can be a superhero. Through the air. Good. Maybe your blanket is going to be a magic carpet again. And you're going to sit on your blanket and go for a magical journey. Whoosh. Fantastic. Lots of things we can do with our blanket. Very good. Whew. Let's make the final thing we do with our blanket a nice little tuck in. So let's tuck ourselves underneath our blanket and make ourselves nice and comfy. Okay, now that we're nice and settled underneath our blanket, I think it's time for bed. Now when it's night time, what do we see in the sky? I think we see some stars. And they shine, don't they, and sparkle in the sky. Can you show me some stars with your hands in the sky? Good. Some lovely stars shining. Very good. What else might happen at night time? You might get a little bit tired and have a big yawn. And a stretch. Can you show me that? A big yawn. And a stretch. Getting a little bit sleepy. A big stretch. Good. Let's do one more together. Now it's time for bed and you can say good night. Can you give me a little wave and say good night? Good night. Very good. And then let's make sure we're nice and tucked up and warm in our blanket. Make sure it's nice and warm and cozy. Lovely. Now, just before we go to bed, we're going to make sure we're nice and calm with some nice deep breaths. So we're going to imagine that we're blowing up a balloon. Now your balloon might be a blue balloon, it might be red, it might be pink, it might be yellow, maybe it's rainbow colours. We're going to imagine our balloon in front of us. And can you blow up your balloon? Good. And then we're going to float it away. Watch it float through the sky. Good. Let's blow up another balloon. Can you blow your balloon up with me? Lovely. And then send it off into the sky. Watch it float away. Good. Let's blow up one more balloon together. And then float it away. Well done. Next we're going to imagine that we are the balloon and someone's going to blow us up with air. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in and our balloon is going to expand to the sides. And then we're going to blow all the air out and come back together. Good, can you try it with me? Blow up your balloon, big deep breath in. Stretch to the sides. And then blow out your balloon. Let it come back together. Well done. Keep going. Big deep breath in. And breathe out. Good. Breathing in. Expand that balloon. And breathe out. We're going to end today's session with a song called the Sleep Song, and it's all about getting ready to go to sleep. So let's use it to remember all those different nighttime movements that we've been exploring. Here we go. So let's make sure we're nice and tucked up in our blankets, really lovely and warm and cozy. Well done. Now it's Can you show me going to sleep? To lay down your head. Good. And the other side. The covers and get into well done. Sleep on one side. Now it's time to close and the other side. And sleep. Good. Can you show me some stars in the sky? Show me how you did your stars. Stars in the sky. Good. Maybe you'd like to do a big yawn and a stretch. Big yawn and a stretch. It's time to go to sleep. Well done. Let's tuck ourselves up nice and warm. Now it's time to say goodnight. Can you say goodnight? To get calm and cozy. Say goodnight. Good night. Now it's time. Good night. Close your eyes and sleep. And can you do a sleep one side? Drift off and the other side. And sleep. Good, lovely. Oh, sleep. Maybe you'd like to do a big, deep breath like the balloon. And collapse it. And again, deep breath. And collapse it. Well done. Hopefully you're feeling nice and warm and cozy now. And maybe a little bit sleepy and ready for bed. Thank you for coming to join me with Wiggle and Giggle this week. And remember that you can collect some free movement cards next week if you'd like them. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Good night.